Salve discipuli. This instructional video is designed to help you learn how to create a VoiceThread presentation, how you will then take that VoiceThread presentation and share it via a link with the rest of our class in Module 7 of our Open Campus Latin course. I have in front of me not VoiceThread but a PowerPoint, and that is where a VoiceThread presentation begins, with the creation of a PowerPoint presentation. So your PowerPoint presentation needs to have 8 slides. Remember that your first slide is going to show a Latin sentence, and your next slide is going to have an English translation of that sentence, and you will go back and forth like that, Latin to English, Latin to English, Latin to English. You may create an introductory slide, but it is not necessary. You can do the greeting and introduction via the voice recording in VoiceThread. But if you would prefer to have an introductory slide, you may create one of those. So now what you want to do is save your PowerPoint in a place that you will remember it. Some people want to know why they have to save it. Well, you want to save it in case you need to go back and make any changes to it. When you notice that there might be something wrong in VoiceThread, you're going to have to go back to the PowerPoint slideshow in order to make those changes. So we're going to save this. Remember where you've saved it. And then we are also going to save it again, but this time we're going to save it as pictures. So let me make sure you go back to the file, Save As, but instead of clicking on Save As, you're going to save as pictures. Click on that. It will come up with the same title, and that's okay. And it's going to save in the same place. That's all right. We hit save. You'll get this little message that will tell you that each slide has been saved in a separate folder. That's great news, so click OK. And at that point, we are finished with the PowerPoint and we can close it. And we are now ready to make our VoiceThread presentation. So we need to open the internet, and we need to go to VoiceThread, and what we want to do first is sign in with the username and password that you use to sign in VoiceThread when you participate in our online class. So we're going to sign in. After you've signed in, make sure that you are on the home page. Now your home page will probably not be as full as mine. Mine is filled with all of the VoiceThread presentations that I make for our class. Yours, unless you've already created a VoiceThread, will probably have nothing in it. It'll just be a big black piece of paper. What we want to do is go to the Create button, and we are now ready to create a VoiceThread presentation by adding media. And this is why we created slides or pictures from our PowerPoint presentation. We're going to add media from our computer. We're going to go back to the sample slideshow that we saved as pictures. You must go to the slideshow or the PowerPoint that you saved as pictures. You want to highlight all of those pictures, click open, and they will all upload into VoiceThread. We're going to give this a title. I want you to title it very specifically with your last name, and then the title of the showcase, which is Grammaticus Sum, and then we'll click Save. You should see that title appear right here. Now, I notice right away as I look at my slides that this one shows up with an error, so I'm just going to delete it, and I'm going to go back and add media. So I'm going to go back to my slides, and I'm going to add that last slide again. There we go. So the next thing you want to do is take a look at your slides and make sure that they are in the correct order. I see that this one should go over here. I notice I have two of the same slide actually. So I'm going to delete the one that I have a copy of. I have one here that says translation of final Latin sentence and one here that says the same. I'm going to delete that. And I notice that I'm missing an English translation for this sentence. So again, I'm going to go to add media. And I want to make sure that I add the correct slide. And now I've got it correct, and then I'm just going to move it so that it is in the correct order. So manipulating and adding the slides is not a terribly difficult thing. You just have to take some time to make sure that they are all in the correct order here in your Create space. Now we are ready to begin commenting or making the presentation itself. I'm clicking on the first slide because that's where we'll start, and then I'm going to go to the comment button and click on that, which is going to open this screen. You often see the screen like this when you are listening to me talk to you via VoiceThread. In order for you to make a comment teaching, just like in when you are learning, you want to move your cursor over the bottom of the screen to get this plus sign. Click on the plus sign, and because you have to give a verbal comment, you must click either the microphone, which will allow you to give a verbal comment, or you can click the video camera where you can record a video comment like I do in many of my VoiceThread presentations. So we're going to click on the microphone. You'll get this little screen that asks for permission to access your camera and microphone. You want to allow it. You're going to get the countdown screen, and then you're going to see that you are recording. So now you want to talk about the sentence that you have there. You should notice while you're talking that there is a little pencil, colored pencil down here. This will allow you to write on your screen. If you don't like the color pencil that's there, you can click on it and pick a different color, and then you can just move that over the words in the sentence and do whatever you want, doodle however you want, and you will see the doodles appear on the screen. They will disappear after a short time, so they're not going to stay there for forever, and you can use that as a teaching tool as you are talking to the rest of the class about how to translate the sentences that you have created. When you have said everything that you need to, you're going to stop recording, and then it will give you an opportunity to listen to yourself. If you like what you hear, you click save. If you don't, you will hit cancel and start again. So we're going to hit save. What you're noticing now is that it is processing, and your comment will appear along with your picture right here, and you have made your comment. To move to the next slide, you simply go to the right arrow down here at the bottom, and you just continue to keep making comments whenever you need to make comments. When you have finished your presentation and made all your comments, you're ready to share your presentation. So you're going to go up to where the title is, to these three little lines, click on that, and come down to where it says share. That will open this window, and you want to find the basic tab. And you very simply go to where it says copy link. You see this little sign appear that it's been copied to the clipboard. So you can X out of this, and now you want to open up Moodle and go to Our Course. And this is located in module number 7. So you'll get down to module number 7, to the showcase grammaticus sum, to the ludi nostrorum grammaticorum, the schools of our teachers. You click to open that, and we are simply going to add a new entry. When you add the new entry, you're going to put your title in, so it would be your last name and then the name of the showcase, DC Grammaticus sum, and a link to my presentation. We're going to highlight this, and this is where we're going to create our link. We use these menu bar tools, and we go to the one that looks like the little link, and if you hold your cursor there, it will say link. We're going to click on that, which will open up this enter a URL screen where we will paste the VoiceThread URL that we copied, and then we're going to tell it to create the link. And when you come back, this should be highlighted in blue. You can put it in boldface print if you'd like. That's all you have to do. You can save changes. And then if you want to check your link, you'll notice that now it's here in the Ludi Nostrorum Grammaticorum, a link to my presentation. If you click on that, there's the VoiceThread presentation that you created. Of course, the back button will take you back to the Ludi Grammaticorum. And one more back button. Well, you don't want to actually hit the back button here. It's better at this point, if you want to go back to the module, you sort of have to use the menu bar at the top to get back into the module. So that's a real fast, real quick little overview of how you're going to create the VoiceThread presentation, comment on the VoiceThread presentation, and then share your VoiceThread presentation with everyone else in the Ludi Nostrorum Grammaticorum. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be more than welcome to try to help you work it out. Have fun! Can't wait to see what you're going to produce and what great teachers you're going to be of your Latin sentences.